Okay, guys. So first of all, let's create a card context. So to create card context, we need to go to hooks. Where is hooks? You see how is hooks? So we need to create a new file called card context .jsx. All right. So we have a couple of things you need to do in here. First of all, hooks and then card context. So first of all, we need to import. Let's import create context. Also import use state. And then also import use context and the use effect use context. Use context. Then use state. Okay. Next, can also import. We also need to import prop types from prop types, and then import. I don't need navigate, but you can just this. Okay, so let's create a context. Context is equal to context, and then let's create. Let's first of all, before that, we can export the use context. We want to export. First of all, let's export. Let's create first of all, let's create export and then const use card. So and then now we just pass our context. All right. Next. So let's create a card context. Okay, so for card context, first of all, we need to initialize the context. Let's initialize. So for that one, initialize. So for that one, first of all, we need to, we're going to create the card. Say const card is equal card items. Let's create first of all a variable called card items, and then we also set card items is equal to, but we don't want to set it to empty. Instead, you want to use a function. So let's just access the storage to see if you have something. So we can do for example, okay, const. Let's see. Okay, we can do a const storage, local storage, or we can say stored card items is equal to local storage where we access our store items, and then if they are there, we're just going to return them. If they are there, we're just going to return if store item store card item. If it's not empty, so we're just going to pass them the JSON.pass, and then we pass the store item. Store items. Else we return just an empty array. Else we return an empty array. Okay, so that's it for card items. Next, what do you want to do next? So we want to return. What do we want to return? Okay, we want to return first of all. We want to return let's say card, and then children. We want to return the card, and then we return the children, all the children in that card, and then close that. So we return card context dot provider, and then just the value. So we have a couple of things to do. So don't worry, we are going to do it step by step, everything step by step here. Okay, next, we are not there yet. We can also, that is it for the card context. But we have a couple of things we need to add. First of all, we need to add, let's say, for example, add item, add product to cart. You have add product to card, but before adding, you have to check if a product exists. Remove product to the card. Remove from the card. Sorry. And then we also have clear all and things like that. So you have a couple of things to do, and then we also card, and then you also have total amount. Total amount. Total amount in of the card. Okay. The first thing before doing all this one, first of all, we need to update the storage. Update the storage anytime. Anytime somebody add or remove item from the card, the user add or remove the item from the card. So you can use effect. So for that you can use, okay, let's say use effect. Sorry, use effect. We can just say do local storage dot set card items, and then we just set the card items, and then to string. We convert to string. Now we just call card items. We pass our card items here. That's it for use effect. But let's work on add to card. So I can do const add to card is equal to, so we pass the item. Let's just call it item. Pass add to card. So for that one, you can now set set card item. But before that, we need to do a couple of things. What we can do is prevent item. Let's do, for example, prevent item. Okay, prevent item, and then we want to create a function. We don't want to just add item like that. First of all, we have to check if the item exists. If the item actually exists in the card. So what I can do is, okay, const existing item is equal to prevent item that found. We give that ID, the element index with the ID. If the ID match, so okay, the item exists. Let's just follow just the AI. Okay, the item exists. All right. So we check if the existing item. What do we want to do? We're just going to do prevent.map to map again the item to find now the element by ID, whatever is there. So we just we do map, and then check. We get the element index by ID, element with the ID to check if it's equal to item. If it's equal to item, just the item, and then if it's equal to item, so we're just going to concatenate to get the quantity. So that means the user add item plus another item. So plus one. So item become plus one. Or else just set to I, so it's equal to add index. That is if the item exists. Else, we're just going to do prevent items and then concatenate and then add our the new item plus the quantity is going to be 1. So this is the item, that one, the existing item plus 1. So the quantity is going to be 1. But if the element already exists, so we're just going to do the quantity plus 2. Sorry, we are not checking, we're not adding the color, checking the color. So we are just going to use a simple one, context, a simple context. That's it for add item, but we can have a way to show a success message. So for that, we can, let's say, for example, const, let's say, for example, show success message, show, oh, sorry, success, show success message. So if they was added successfully, we show the success message. Else, if it was added, you can show to success. But what I like to do, okay, let this one show success. But this one is just to, okay, set to control the model, model visibility. So to set it to true or false to show the model. We are going to create the model. We don't have it. So if you go to our original application here, for example, if you go to this product, once you add the product to cart, you see, for example, here G2, if I add, you see our success model here. Yeah, success, whatever name, whatever has been added to your cart. Continue shopping. So now you see it's 3. So this is what we want to do here. So we're just going to show success message. But also we need also a message. Yeah? That is a show success, to just show true or false, whatever. But you can also say show success message, yeah, and say success message. Also set success message is equal to nil. Okay, that's it. But now we can now set now after the product was added. So we can now show the success message. Yeah? After we finish all of this checking all of this one, so we can show show success message. So we can set to true, and then the product, whatever product was there, we can check, we can get the item name. We can get the item name. So what you can do, for example, let's use this one, and then backtip. So we can say item title, no, item name. So that's product name. Has been, let's say for example, to our card here, if you add, see whatever name has been added. So we just take the name and then concatenate. So what you can do is the item name has been added to the card successfully. So that's correct. Next, so remove the item from the card. That's just a simple one. We're just going to say const remove item from the card. So we get the ID, item ID, and then we check, we call the prevent, which is our parameter. So to check prevent.filter, we filter all the data from the prevent, the data we have, and then to check actually if the item exists, item exists, and then we're just going to return to set the, we're actually going to update this item here. So we're going to update with a new array we will get there from the data from the card. Clear, so clear all. we need to clear all the data. So for that one is actually completely simple. So just set to empty. Set this guy set to empty. So there's no data. You just set here to empty. Next, calculate the amount. Okay, there we need to do sum of the total amount. AI is helping us to just do it very quick. So card total, or can call it card total total amount. Total amount is equal to card item dot reduce, and then we do the reduce function. You can go to, let's try JS reduce function. Yeah, so you can use you can check mozilla.com, mozilla.org to actually get some information, to read about the reduce function. So we do the reduce, and then the total item, and then the current item, and then we just get the sum. So total plus item dot price. So you get the total price. Every item price, every item, and then we take the price for item. So we're just going to do times the quantity, whatever, and then we get the total amount. If there's nothing, we just return 0. But if you follow Mozilla, let's go. We can go with Mozilla. Yeah, can go Mozilla. Here's an example from array. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 1 up to 4. So we do 0 plus 1, 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So this is how we do it. This is how reduce works. So sum with initially. So you can do, for example, array.reduce, and then accumulator, and then the current value. So accumulator plus current value, and then initially, which is now the 0 we are passing here. Initially is equal to usually 0 we are passing here. That's it for the sum total amount. All right, so we need now to pass all these functions here. We need to pass cards, total cards, card items, and then set card items. Actually, we don't need set card item because we are not going to use it. We are just going to use a add card item, and then remove it from item, clear, show success. We don't need these ones because this one we are actually using it from within this function, so we don't need this one or this one, but you can pass total amount. So get rid of this one. So what you need is total item, card items, add to card, remove from card, clear all, and then total amount. So this is the only things we need here. So for like show success, whatever, so that we can use a model. Since we don't have that model, so we can create it. What we can do, we can actually go to model, UI, material UI, search for dialog, model, like this one. So just get something simpler and then to use there. So let's say, for example, this one, simple, no. I want, nope. Let's try this one. Yeah, this is good. So you can copy this one. This is the code. So expand it. Make sure it is JavaScript. This is TypeScript and this is JavaScript, and just copy this one. So we need to create now. Sorry, we need to create now this component. We can go to component here. Then just create let's just create a component called success message dialog, success message model dot .jsx. Okay, so for that one, let's pass this one here. We can let's pass first of all pass this one. Is actually nothing. We haven't changed anything here, but we have buttons. We have buttons, actions, dialog content, dialog title, all of that. So for title, we can actually take message. We can take message. Let's say, for example, how is it? Let's have a look here. If you try to open it, so we have a use location. Let's just say, for example, success message. For this one, let's call success message. Yeah? And then for message, we can say, let's change the name. Control plus shift plus L. Success message model. So this will take, for example, message, and then also you take on close, and then on continue. So on close, on continue. So let's just say on continue, but you can add that. So I don't know. We're trying to make the video shorter. So for message, we will show the message here. So just show that message here. Show the message, and then this button, I don't actually need this. We just need one. Say continue. Continue shopping, because we don't want to do much. We just want to show user to continue. Huh? So on click close, it's actually nothing much we're doing here. This is actually the dialog title, this one. So we don't need this button. If we go to our original one, we don't actually need that button. This one, no. We don't need this button. Instead, we don't need that fragment. We just want to return here. So return success message. We just want to return the dialog. We don't need the fragment here. So success message. We don't need the fragment. All right. Okay. So title, success message, and then message, and then action, which is just continue. The action is just on close. Handle on set. This one set. Okay, so we need okay, what you can do, you can actually just play around with message. Since we don't really need all of this one, you can get rid of this one. So we can just play around with the message. For example, you can say on open, we can just check, let's say, for example, boolean, and then we check if message, we set it, else false. So dialog, when just there is a message, we show it, else we close it. So now we can call it on close, and then continue. Let's call on continue down here. It's actually the same thing, because we want to continue. We are not going to do anything fancy there. We just close the modal. So that's it. There's not much in here. Unless we can use AI to clean up a little bit. Let's use AI. Let's use it. But first of all, we also want to copy our context. We can just copy the context. If you manage to type it, or just copy the context, and then let's go to here. Let's clean up this code, and then also use the success model. Okay, so now we want to pass our model. So in what we're supposed to do, what we can do here is instead of having this, we're going to get rid of this from here. Where is the div starting from? Okay, this div here, just going to remove it. And then we want to pass our success model, but we need to import it first. I need to import a success model, import success model from component. And then we pass the message, and then we pass on the other function. We don't have it. Let's say, for example, on close. We can pass on close, on continue, but let's go just with the on continue or on close. Where is it? Context. Okay, this is our card context. So where's children? Here's children, and then we just pass on close. On close, so just set message to show message to false. Show success message to false, but okay, we pass message and then set success message to false. Okay, that's it. First of all, let's copy this one. We want to AI to help clean up a little bit. We don't want to code to be messy. This code, and then also we want to take our model. So in case you don't have access to AI to clean up, I'll just copy the whole code, the whole thing, and then paste in the template, so you can take your time to post the video and then review it again. So I'm just using the AI to clean up to catch the time, because the project is huge. You have a lot of the code. So if I say I spend a lot of time explaining every single step, this video can take hours and hours, because you have so much to code here. All right, so this is the update from AI. So we're just trying to see. This is our card context. Let's copy that card context. So I'll just go slowly from the top. This is the update. We don't have much here, so we just have the same thing we did. Create card context, use card context, and then card provider. We create our card provider. We create our card provider. The same thing, and see the quantity, the whatever, add to card or remove the card. So it's the same thing, can go just slowly. So what the AI did is just to clear up a little bit the code. Use success model, success message model. So we're just going to also copy this one and also add it here. This is what we are going to use now. Okay, this is it. So you can start from the top, just have a look. There's nothing change except to add our prototypes, which was there anyway. Okay. So we add actually on close and on continue to just set the message to nil so that you can close the modal. That's it. Now we have to go. We can now try to use now our. We can now use this. All right. So to use the our card context, we have to go to. We can close this, but we are coming back to that one. Let's close the store, this one, and this guy. We are coming. We are going back to single product. So can go to App.jsx. This is the one. So you want to wrap this with our card context. So you can do card provider. So we import our card provider from hooks. This one, and then we just wrap it in a up route. So that's it. So that means we can now use it in anywhere in our whatever our application. Okay, so next we are going now to, we want now, if we go to our application, this is our application. We can close this too for now, and this one, also even this one, and then also this one. So if now we go to application, for example, homepage, yeah. Okay, so if now we see the card, what we have here is don't really have much in there. We have to create the card. I don't know if you have the card already. Check. Let's search for card. Control G. Then card. We don't have card. So if you go to app route, the card template. Yeah, but I think we have to make some change. Oh, this is actually app card. So you have to make change to show our template, the product, selected product in the card, and then also show and then also update this number, remove this static number. All right, let's go and do it then next. All right, guys, so we want to use the app, the card in our menu. So for example, okay, we want to change this to actually update with our card. So we can go to main app bar, scroll. So this is the main function we are exporting. Yeah. So if you search for this one, this is the main function we are exporting. If we go where we are using app layout, search for app layout. This is our app layout, and then this is what we are using here. So just close this one. We are much concerned with this main app bar. So scroll down here, just right here. So we want to use so you want to use we want to create a function const card item. Say card items is equal to, so we need to use card items function. The function, if we go to context, this is the function we are using. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, this is the function actually you are using. You are calling exporting. This is the one you are using. Okay, you're calling use card context. So now we need to get the total items. So you can do const total items in the card is equal to not card.length, but we can do reduce. Do for example card item dot reduce. Can do reduce, and then now we will take a accumulator. Oh, come on, reduce. So for the reduce, you take let's say take for example take accumulator, and then also we take now item. So we can just do accumulator plus item dot quantity, whatever is there, and then okay, item accumulator plus item dot quantity. I've seen yes, and then we just copy the we copy our card item, total items, and then scroll down here. See, for example, here is showing 17. If it's even if it's a small screen, it's still showing you 17 number. So we have to update that. So to do that, you can just change this one to the total card items, and then scroll also down for the mobile. This is the mobile, and then pass total card items. Now we have 0. Let's try to reload. 0. So our card is 0. But now we want to show the cards. We want to show the element, the items in here. For example, if you close this, this is our original application, and then I go to the card. So this is what we have in the card. So let's work on showing this one, and then also add the checkout. Okay, for checkout, we can before adding the checkout, we can actually try to organize some dashboard content, all of that, display, all of that. So we also require to add much more product. Okay, first of all, let's go and all right, guys. So before that, first of all, we need to add the product to the card. So we cannot add product to the card because we are not sure. If you go to home page, there's actually nothing there. So we have to start first of all by displaying product on the home page, and then start now adding. So let's go. We need first of all to create more products. We need to have at least more product, different type of products, different price, so that we can work on this checkout, adding product to cards, checkout, check-in, creating orders, all of that one. Okay. Let's first of all go and create product, and then I'll see you after. You can also create more products, at least 10 or 20 more, so that can help you play around with much of the stuff what we are going to do here. It's much fun. Thank you. Please subscribe and leave us some comment.